Welcome back. I acknowledge you for still being here to go on the roadmap of your transformation. Today, we are going to talk about your level of leadership. Leadership to create and build and manifest your dream. Your dream lifestyle all depends on the way you own yourself, the way you own your vision, the way you own your dream, the way you connect with your best self. What we always say in the Kickstart Your Vision, your happy me. What does your happy me need? This is leadership. And leadership is a way you act upon circumstances, obstacles, and changes that are entering your life. Leadership is a way, is an attitude, is a way of being, the way you show up in the world and how you respond to the circumstances, the obstacles, and the challenges you have in your life. Now, when we connect with leadership, we have different types of leadership, and we all have different levels within our leadership. Let me explain. When we connect with our health, our wealth, and our relationships, it means we have different areas in our life. When we connect with our wealth, we connect with the relationship we have with time. We connect with the relationship we have with money. We connect with the relationship of your lifestyle. So when you talk about wealth, it's not about money. It is about well-being related to your lifestyle. How much freedom you have, how much connection you have, how much abundance you experience at all levels in your life. And when the way you show up in your life has an impact on your lifestyle of abundance and how you connect with abundance. Let me explain you more. Leadership. Tell yourself, my leadership is the commitment to myself. My leadership is the way I show up confident in my life. When you take the word leadership away and you put the word confidence, you replace it, then you can put an equality sign in between. Because leadership, the way you show up, is the way you have the level of confidence you have in your life. And your leadership, you can show up at work in a high level of leadership, but it doesn't mean you show up with your health in a high level of leadership. It doesn't mean you show up in your relationships in a high level of leadership. And when you show up in your relationship with a high level of leadership, with a high level of confidence, and people tell to you like, you are so confident, you always like, you have this energy and you look confident, can be in that specific area, like in friendships or the vision you have or the dream you have and the way you interact with people. But that doesn't mean you have leadership in the way you create your lifestyle, meaning the relationship with your time, the relationship with your money, and the relationship how you develop abundance. So when you connect with that, and we connect with the stages or the levels of leadership, you will create insights in where it is you get to scale your leadership. So let me share my screen. Where is the screen share? Here is the screen share. Voila. Your level of leadership. What does that mean? When you are in the first level of leadership, it means that you are showing up in a way that serves you the best, and you are willing to pay prices, but it doesn't serve the people around you. It means you are connected with coming from an egocentric viewpoint. Now, when you connect with that, and I give you an example, what does that mean? For example, you can stand with a lot of confidence, but so much confidence that you get to block and distrust other people, because you can only depend on yourself, and what happens with other people, that's their problem. And in a way, it is their problem, but in another way, it is important not to show up coming from a selfish viewpoint. For example, a mafia leader. This guy shows up with a lot of confidence, and he influences and impacts thousands of lives without even being there. He is a charismatic personality, but he only serves himself, and he serves other people as long as it works for him. So he will give you something to get something back. Narcissistic people, same thing. Now, I don't put labels on people, but it's just to create clarity on what it is when you are standing in your level 1 of leadership, meaning you have a self-serving leadership. And we all have in specific areas in our lives that we, in some moments, have a self-serving leadership. And when we are in survival modus, when we are in stress, when the shit hits the fan, we think about ourselves. It's our survival mechanism. So it is no judgment in it. There is no blame or shame or guilt in it. It is just a fact. When you connect with yourself and the way you treat and connect with people, and you always protecting yourself not to be hurt, then chances are that you are standing in your level 1 of leadership. It's just to protect yourself, and you are not connected with the consequences of other people. Is this wrong? No, but it's just to be aware of it, because when you come from that space, there is no long-term vision connected. So relationships will come and go, and often have dramas, a lot of dramas, and a lot of toxic situations connected to that. When you are connected with when you are standing, for example, in your level 3 of leadership, or in your level 5 of leadership, and you are connected with a person in level 1 leadership, the distance in reality is too big, so you cannot overcome that. It's important to know the people in your life, to connect with them and the way they behave and the way they speak and the way they act and make choices. You can discover their level of leadership. Meaning, if the distance is too big, you know that it will take a lot of effort. And if the other person doesn't want to work with it, you get to let them go. So it's important to really connect with your level of leadership, connected to a specific area in your life. It can be the relationship with yourself, can be the relationship with other people, can be the relationship with the people who you are daily connected with. It can be the relationship with your health. When you are coming from self-serving leadership in terms of your health, then It means that you are connected with pleasure, but not with healthy lifestyle. It means you have a big, abundant lifestyle. You eat what you want, you drink what you want, you maybe use substance like drugs or alcohol, or this is when it comes to your health, this is when you discover for yourself, I am at leadership level 3 in my business, but what has to do with my health? I don't care what happens when I'm drunk. I don't care what happens with my body. I just want to enjoy life, and I drink, and it doesn't matter what happens. So again, it's not a blame. It's not a shame. It's not a fault. It's just to bring you specific awareness when you have an addiction in that specific area connected to your health. You are in your leadership level 1. When you want to change that, most likely you level up to level 2 of leadership, meaning you are full of self-pity. When you judge and blame and fault other people, and you can't do anything about it, then you are again coming from self-pity. And you have a lot when you discover for yourself, when you're really honest with yourself, and you have a lot of excuses not to do what you know you get to do to improve yourself, most likely you are in level 2 of leadership. When you blame others, it's always the circumstances, there are always the obstacles, and it are always other people that are responsible for your circumstances, for your challenges, for your situation. Chances are that you are at level 2 of leadership. Is this wrong? No, because if you are not aware of it, you can't do anything about it. The moment you create awareness, which is all about the Kickstart Your Vision, is creating awareness and how to go from the place where you are and you don't want to be, to go to the place where you want to be. And in that gap, you get to create awareness. This is the only way to transform your life, to create changes and develop your happy me, because happy me is not something that happens by chance. It happens by choice. It is designing your life with a purpose. So you get to connect with yourself in what type of leadership you recognize yourself in terms of your health, in terms of your relationships, if you have poor communications and you're a lot of times in conflicts and where you feel victimized, then your level of leadership is 2. When you are often in conflict, where you are the suppressor, where you always win the game, when people feel bad afterwards, and you are just like, I am right, and I know that I'm right, then you are at level 1 of leadership. So when you recognize that and you want to level up your game, what happens is that you start to see the world in a different way. You start to recognize that you are the cause of the circumstances and the obstacles that are in your life. So you discover you have an inner power that supports you in controlling your life. Now, controlling and manifesting, when you are a successful businessman or woman, or when you are measuring your health in a way, like you have the discipline, then, and you say like, I felt I didn't have energy, I didn't have vitality, but since I started to sport, and now I manage my energy, now I feel I experience vitality, I feel healthy, I feel amazing, and I get up every day. That means that you are most likely in your level 3 of leadership, meaning that you control your life, that you are able to manifest and create things in your life. But that doesn't mean it is at all areas in your life. It could be that you are the worst person ever in relationships, and you are successful in business, or you are amazing in keeping your health in check, but it doesn't mean that your finances are in order. So depending on where it is on your level, you get to check. It could be that in terms of your wealth, you are in level 2, and in terms of your relationships, you are in level 1. And in terms of your health, you are in level 3. So you get to figure out, and the most beautiful way to do it is just to create a circle and divide your life in the different parts that are influencing your life, like your relationships, your money, your time, your physical health, your emotional health, your mental health. You create a circle. And in that circle, you divide the middle in 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you do that in X. Which means that you can connect the dots, right? So then you will see, you will not have a beautiful circle. You will have something that is going like this. So it means that you know exactly where you can level up your game. Now, during the Kickstart Your Vision, in the program, what you will learn is exactly how to do that. We provide you with tools to learn and to check in what exactly it is you get to do to level up your leadership. Go from and create a 10 out of 10 lifestyle, a 10 out of 10 happy me, and accepting that circumstances and obstacles and changes are a rule of thumb in your life. They always come. Life always throws things at us. It is the way we connect, relate, and act upon it that will make the difference in our lifestyle. That will determine whether, despite the fact that these things are going on, we feel content, we feel fulfilled, we feel happiness, and we are in a solid, stable. And when we feel that we are going like this, and we feel disabled, we immediately exactly know what to do to balance out our energy again, to find our foundation and to create a stable emotional, mental, physical, financial, connected lifestyle. Okay, so when we, for example, have a person who is controlling the outside world because she or he knows what to do to manifest things and to control life, when we connect with that, we can do this in 2 ways. We can do this in a way to control the outside world, or we can do it to control our thoughts, feelings, and actions, meaning our emotions. Yeah. So when we are able to master ourselves, then we can level up to our level 4 of leadership. When we try to control and master other people, then we are stuck in our level 3 of leadership. So it is all about self-mastery when we step in our level 4 of leadership. When we are standing in self-mastery, it means we are not depending on the outside world. When we have a happy relationship, the happiness of the relationship doesn't change when the other person is doing something you don't like. For example, for some reason, the person, your lover, is hiding something from you for his own or her particular reason. When you are standing in your level 4 of leadership, it means it doesn't distract you. And you can come from a mature way of being to connect and talk about it in a conscious and supportive way. To find a way so the other person is able to share and open up, instead of judging, blaming, rejecting, pushing the person away, and experience distrust with the person. When you can meet the person where they are, and you are standing in your level 4 of leadership, meaning you own yourself, you know how to empower yourself in a weaker moment. When you feel out of balance, you know what to do to bring yourself. You don't need anybody else to bring you out of alignment or in alignment. When you are able to empower yourself, to master your mind, to master the co-creation with other people coming from trust, vulnerability, connection, that's the moment you know you are in your level 4 of leadership. That means that when, for example, when you connect with your health, you are able to master your thoughts, to master your feelings, to master your action. Instead of reacting to something or a person, you will act upon coming from your conscious awareness to create value between you, the situation, or the person. When you are in your level 3, 2, or 1, often circumstances, obstacles, and situations with other people get to go through conflict, through fight, to discussion. When you are living in your level 4 of leadership and you are connecting with another person, and this person is in a leadership of level 1, 2, or 3, this person will not bring out balance. This person, you will reflect and react to the person in a conscious way, so you don't need conflict. Of course, it can be when the person is open to level up, the person will most likely respond completely different to you than he would or she would do in another situation with another person. You can calm down the person. You are able to connect from a space that the person relaxes and opens up and is open for communication. When the other person is also in the leadership level 4 and you are coming from that space, what happens is that you don't need a fight. You have an authentic, open, trustworthy, fulfilling conversation that adds value, because you inspire each other to level up, to create awareness, and to transform. When you are in that space, it means the more you practice, you scale your leadership to leadership level 5, meaning you are transforming yourself. You are not depending on the relationship with other people to be able to self-reflect upon yourself and to know what is going on, and you are willing to look into the mirror and putting your hand on your head and looking who is underneath your hand and you are willing to mirror yourself. You don't need to project to other people. You don't need to reflect about the way when they did this and this and this, I wouldn't react like that. No. When you are in your level 5 of leadership, it means you are reflecting about everything what is happening in your life, and you are coming from a space of inspiration. Now, when in all these levels of leadership, you can, depending on your personality, you can show up with a lot of confidence coming from the level where you are, or you can show up with a little bit of confidence, depending on how you are willing to be responsible for the way you show up. Now, responsibility is another part. We will go there next. But the most important thing you get to take away from this is connect with your level of leadership in each area of your life. And when you put it into a circle, like you draw a circle on a piece of paper and you divide the circle in different pieces, and then you give yourself for each area a specific number, and then you can color it or you can connect the dots. So you have a clear idea in which area you are 3 or above, or 3 or below, and where you get to level up to be in your leadership that makes a difference for yourself, to serve your transformation and to serve the transformation of the people around you. So that's it. When you are connecting from that space and the way you show up, you will expand. Now, imagine when you are impacting other people coming from a leadership of level 1, you create an organization like the mafia. When you connect coming from your leadership level 2 and you show up and you influence and impact people, what do you create? Drama. Even when you are not in the room, when people think or talk about you and you take them, you create drama. When you come from a leadership level 3 and you connect with people and you radiate, what happens? A way of interaction happens that you create possibilities for you and for the people. So this is the moment you create stuff. This is the moment where you can work as a team together to create an impact. But what if you come from a leadership level 4 and you don't need to control other people to feel okay, to accomplish, to manifest, but the interactions you have with people come by choice? There is nobody connects with you because they feel they have to, or they are obligated, or they get to be loyal to you. But when people connect with you, they come with choice. You don't need to chase behind people to always redirect them to their vision or to the commitments you made with each other. Like, people are just present with you. And that makes connections with ease, without drama, without big challenges. Of course, obstacles and changes and in the relationship, and challenges and obstacles will appear, but the way you work together to overcome that is a completely different approach. Now imagine when you come from self-mastery and you impact and inspire people from there. Can you imagine the impact we create as an individual in the lives of other people? This is where the inspiration, like persons like Gandhi or Nelson Mandela, these people come from that space. They are there. Gandhi, he was just without violence, he was communicating. And he created a whole movement. And he changed course. He transformed without violence. This is the power of leadership level 5. So my invitation for you is to really connect in each area of your life where you are and where you want to be, and see what you can do. If you want to know more, of course, when you want to have the guidance and the processes behind this, you are most welcome to connect with us and connect with the program and stay with us for 3 months, 6 months, a year, whatever, for as long as you want. You can follow the program and we can go deep and deep and deep. But for now, whether you choose for the program or not, you are good to go. You can start checking in, practicing, and see for yourself what you can do to leverage your leadership. Thank you for your presence, for your devotion, and the investment you want to do in yourself. See you in the next lesson. Bye-bye.